Take a look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm loving you. First comes age, then wisdom, got it. Second, third, profit. Take a look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm loving you.
Hopefully, oh, hey, there we go. I think the mic's on now. How you guys doing? Welcome. Thanks for coming to join the live stream. And hopefully this doesn't get taken down by the YouTube feds. Today was a little kind of crazy for me. Things got kind of thrown back. Let me just make sure I'm live here on YouTube. Okay, everything's good, right? Okay. How you guys doing? Everything, you can hear me good? So the audio's good. Good to see you guys. I wanted to talk about a couple of different topics. I mean, the thing with Maliyah, there hasn't really been any official updates. Like a hair bothering me. Hasn't been any official updates, but I do have this video clip that maybe the Facebook people have seen. It's the neighbors talking, and they're talking to Quanell, and it's conversations that I never heard before. The Facebook people, they're like some of them are the sleuths, like they really dig in. Some of the YouTube people might have not seen that. So I thought the conversation was pretty interesting. I have that audio. And also today, 39 missing children in Georgia. They were found over 2 weeks in a mission known as Operation Not Forgotten. So I have the whole video. I have the press conference. People can call in if they want to. 26 children were rescued in the safe location of 13 others. And I have the names of those people, which we can go down the names. I can go down the charges. We'll talk about that too. I think I gotta thank you, Irish, for the donation. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Ick, for all you do. Keep them coming. I have the charges. We can go down the charges. We can go down the names. If anybody wants to call in with their experience on different, maybe they've gone through this themselves. And earlier today, I made a video. Jason, what's up? Tony, Gigi, how you doing? Earlier today, I made a video, which I should have titled better because I see that the big YouTubers, they titled it differently. And it was about this website with children on it and these weirdos on it. I'm going to play a little clip from the quartering. So let me put this over here. I'm going to play a little preview from the quartering, which is a kind of a little summary of what happened. After this live stream, you guys can go watch my video if you'd like, because I think YouTube suppressed it. You see how he titled the video, Everyone Report This Website? I should have titled it differently than what I did. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. So I'm going to play a little clip. If you guys missed it, you might want to go check out my video because my video is a little bit more detailed. It's a website that was open to the public. Anybody could go to this website. Right now, the link was like down, but there's an alternate link that takes you right back to the place. Nothing was taken down. Everything is still up there. There's like pictures of kids and all this stuff up there. It is crazy. But let me play this clip from the quartering. If you want to go check out the quartering, you can check him out. Big YouTuber.
It's a forum, really. That goes by the name I told you about. It's a forum site, much like Reddit or 4chan. Not really, but it's a forum site.
And I want to ask you guys this, because when I looked at the website, and this is really kind of something for parents to really be careful, because these weirdos online, what I realized is it seems like they're taking pictures that people are posting publicly of their kids. I mean, these kids don't have no clothes on. They're in the bathroom, shower, and then these people are re-uploading it and put it on their website. And if you've seen the comments of what these people are doing with that stuff, it kind of started making me rethink of some of the posts that I have up, because I was like, you never really think that these people be doing stuff like these people are doing.
It's for people that are into little kids and people that like to take what isn't theirs. We'll call them that. And also people that call themselves all sorts of crazy stuff. Please feel free to leave any kind of review, hate report on the website under the Contact Us, and let them know their little community is discussing unethical and straight up evil crime. Spread awareness that this kind of stuff is out there and real and being pushed to be normalized. Well, we know Twitter does that alone. This isn't even like the dark web. I didn't find this in some weird search engine. It's just a plain old forum about how to seduce children. Right?
They have that whole map thing too, right? if anybody wants to call in once I open the lines about the whole map thing. I don't know that whole situation, but it means minors attracted persons or people. These are people that are literally trying to like normalize and legitimize people that are attracted to kids. Like it's just you know how they have like 500 different genders now. All these people are pushing. Now this is like some sort of preference now, normalization thing or whatever. I don't know.
Out in the open,
Crazy people.
Even they know nothing will be done about it. There are how to coax daughter without it being weird or telling mommy.
Hey, Lisa.
So my daughter, 13, is into anime, and I have her on weekends. I know she's interested in spicy activities, but how do I coax her into playing us together? Into us playing together, sorry, without making our relationship weird or her running back to her mother and telling her, or anyone else for that matter. 5-year-old undressed before my eyes. It happened earlier this year. No one was around, and it could have been the perfect opportunity. But the situation was so unexpected and absurd. I'm thinking about paying a surrogate to have my daughter so I can hook up with them regularly.
Yo, he's a good channel. I like his content. This type of stuff, let me tell you something. I used to think like, okay, there's a small group of weird people online. It's just a small percentage. There is a huge amount of these people. It's not just small things, small whatever. There is a ton of these sicko people online in your communities. Maybe you're with somebody right now and you don't know that's into this weird stuff. These people looking for advice on how to get away with things with kids while they're visiting mommy or daddy during the weekend. There's some women on there too. It's majority males, but there's some women on there too. Oh, and wait till I get, because I pulled up age and location. I'm gonna wait till this video is done playing the little portion of it. Whew, wait till I get to that.
The real reason women don't like the struggle snuggle is because they don't enjoy it. But because it's not because they don't enjoy it, but because it takes away their privilege. And this Tiffany, is just, I mean, I've browsed around. I've seen some disgusting things, things that you just really can't unsee. Now, are these people LARPing? Maybe. Doubt it. Does getting this website banned make these people less creepy? No. Does you know, what do you do when you come across a site like this? Women need the ultimate degradation of knowing their husband prefers their young daughters to them. It's not enough to take kids and take their innocence. You also need to produce the next generation with them and let them see that you prefer this. I mean, it is just disgusting. Now, there's a petition. Here's the thing. Here's what I know about the site so far. It's hosted in Sweden.
So this is a little bit of interesting information because I didn't know the host was in Sweden.
It's and I'll leave, you know, there's FBI, there's tips.fbi.gov. I sure would like a list of users on this website. You know what? If you want to go on this website, I'm not saying it should be illegal to go there.
And here's the thing, too. Here's the kind of the conversation, and maybe if we take calls, people. Just by the way, thank you for coming. It's this freedom of speech, right? Because I went to the website. I was hesitant, but I went to the website. Some of these people are talking to their fantasies and all this stuff. Does this fall under the guise of freedom of speech? Of course, if you're posting pictures and stuff, I mean, but I see the sneaky stuff they try to do. The kids are kind of closed. These kids are in weird compromising positions. Where do they get all these videos? Where do they get all these pictures? You know?
Or have weird fantasies, however depraved they are. But if you're going to put it in text, I want you on a list. I think that's reasonable, don't you? I think most people would say that's fine. This is going to be the ultimate free speech the test of free speech absolutists.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, that's fine. You can say
Oh my
that stuff,
God.
but you're on a list at minimum. And maybe someone's going to come just see what other kind of things you have laying around. All right? Because I don't play that.
All right, so I think we'll leave quartering here. Good video though. The other thing too, I looked back on this website after the fact. I don't want to display the website on the screen for you guys because I don't want to blacklist this stream. Not yet anyway. But there's an age and location area on this website. And one of the persons that I was referring to as Testicle earlier, Leo Testicle, claims they're 39 in Virginia, from Virginia. He says from Virginia, blonde hair, blue-eyed, 6 feet tall, and looking for young people. Now, what I noticed on here is there's a 16-year-old, right? She claims she's 16 and she has the verified, confirmed, or whatever. So there's underage pictures going around, right? They have to confirm themselves. 14-year-old, 15-year-old, boys and girls, 14-year-old, 14-year-old, 13-year-old. It seems like a lot of these young people are just kind of willingly coming on here too. 14, 13. One says, I'm 15. I'm 15 and from Illinois. She puts her weight and she says, I want to be kidnapped and used. And just a bunch of different variety of ages. Yeah, we're talking about the website. Trump's doing a lot, man. Trump is I have the video of the press conference if you guys want. I'm not sure where you guys want to go next. We can watch the press conference or we can move on to first Maliyah. I think we'll do the press conference. But Trump was mentioned a couple times. I'm sure a lot of people don't like that. Let me pull this up real quick because okay. So there was 9 people that were arrested, all right, in the video we're going to watch, right? And 4 of the defendants were arrested in Florida, which is kind of interesting because if we think a little bit about Leila and this whole story that we were covering and how Camden was found alone in Miramar, he is lucky that nobody else found him because he would have been snatched up. 4 of them arrested in Florida, 5 arrested in Georgia. Okay, I can show the screen to you guys, and then we'll get to the video. And Zachary Bailey, Moradeo Amos Bandelli, Stanson Causey, James Garcia, Sally Garcia. I wonder if these people were married, like a couple or something. Trayon Moore, Faye Smith, Kirk Waters, Trayvonte Sharif. They got him on all kinds of charges. These are sex rings. And so let me play the video for you guys a little bit. The video is kind of long, but I might take calls in the middle of it too. Latina, thank you so much for the donation and the support. The internet has sexualized our children in horrible ways. How to protect our kids? How can we influence our culture for better? That's a good question. The video that I watched earlier today, if you watched the video that I posted a couple hours ago, there was these little girls dancing and it was like a contest or something. And they're wearing like these little panties and like this little bra thing. And I'm kind of thinking like, I guess that's normal, but at the same time, obviously, because that video was posted on this website. So these people are looking at all types of videos like that. And I guess they're getting turned on from that. And even cartoons now are sexualized. And even cartoons, they have all these different, sexual stuff or kissing and all this stuff. I don't know why they have to do that, or even the gay stuff that they're putting in there, or the homosexual, whatever the proper terminology. Don't look at me for the proper terminology of things, because
rescue or recovery of 39 children.
But I got some of this here we can listen to a little bit.
Let's listen.
Health Care of Atlanta Medical Director.
Thank you, Latina.
Dr. Stephen Messner is behind me. Thank you, Doctor, for coming. Let me say a few words, and then Attorney General Carr will say a few words, and then the GBI Assistant Director John Melvin will speak, and then after him,
All right, we got
about,
11
with these missing children. In the process, we cleared 26 arrest
Yes,
warrants.
Disney.
We filed additional charges for alleged crimes related to sex trafficking, parental kidnapping, registered sex offender violations, drugs and weapons possession,
Hey,
and
Kelly.
custodial interference. Some of the names, and this is not all of them, but some of the defendants, there's one Kirk Waters, as an example. He was arrested for being in the while in the company of one of our recovered children.
Damn, he was with a kid. Gigi said subliminal messages too. I've seen these videos on YouTube, which is like Disney, but in other commercial stuff, ads that they supposedly have like these sexual subliminal messages that are constantly flashing, and I guess maybe it affects the subconscious mind, which is kind of interesting. I used to watch those documentaries.
He was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He's incarcerated. His bond has been denied. Zachary Bailey is another name. He was arrested and charged with sex trafficking of a juvenile, among other alleged crimes. He's also incarcerated. And the third name that I'll mention here, as I said, there are others. The third name is Stanson Causey. He was arrested for a probation violation. The original charge was child molestation. He's now also incarcerated. Now, a lot of people contributed to this operation, without whom this operation would not have been successful. I want to personally thank Commander Jim Joyner. Now, as successful as this operation was, there is a harsh reality here, though. And the harsh reality is, gee, why are we doing this in the first place? Why do we have missing, endangered children? The stats are that in every 40 seconds, there is a child abducted in the United States.
40 seconds.
40 seconds. And so I kind of like to keep the math straightforward. I'll round that up just for grins here today and call it every 60 seconds. That means that every minute that I speak, one child is abducted in the United States of America. According to the FBI stats, they gather stats from around the country that are reported to them. There are over 421,000 missing children that are reported as I stand here now. Of those reported, 90%, 91% actually, are considered endangered runaways. Now you can do the math. That's about 360,000 endangered children in this country. And of that 360,000, 1 in 6 of them, now do the math again, that's 60,000, is likely to become a victim of sex trafficking. 60,000, that's unacceptable. Now these are
I agree,
not children
Tiffany.
that are in some faraway land.
Hey, Crystal.
These are children that are not, they're not somebody else's kids, right? I have children. I'm sure many of you do as well. These are not my kids, right? And these are not your kids, but actually they are our kids when it's all said and done. And so we have to accept them as our kids because they are America's children, and they're kids that we need to go and find. Right here in Atlanta, approximately 300 young girls are lured into sex trafficking.
Beautifully broken. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, you can do the math on that as well. That's something that we need to pay attention to and to work harder on, I believe. So this is a priority of the United States Marshals Service. We do a lot of things. As you know, you're standing here in a building that's one of 8 regional fugitives. We're very proud of bringing in fugitives. When we talk about missing children that we are able to recover. But one missing child is worth thousands in my mind of fugitives. Yeah.
That's a good
So
question.
we have a number of partners that we work with here. And I'm going to name them in a minute just to make sure that everyone gets the proper credit that's due, because I don't believe that my agency is due any credit whatsoever when it comes to this particular mission. Yeah, we were here. We're part of the leadership and the planning and the training and the funding and all of that. But we can't do it without the partners that we have to help us get through these things. So our mission in the Marshals Service with respect.
The ages range from 3 to 17 years old. So it was children missing, from what I jotted down here. The U.S. Marshals Service found 39 missing children over 2 weeks, and the operation led to the rescue of 26 children and the safe location of 13 others. And so the age range was between 3 years old and 17 years old for the people that are just joining. And then there was 4 people arrested in Florida and 5 in Georgia.
The missing children is a national mission. There are United States Marshals in 94 different districts around the country and in the American territories.
Hey, Tammy.
So we have a presence virtually everywhere. What I'd like to see is that we have a missing child mission virtually everywhere as well.
Well, Tootie's
help to bring.
We believe Tootie's probably deceased. I'm gonna open. I think I might open up the lines. Hey, Annie, how you doing? I do have video for us to watch though of conversation with the neighbors that I didn't see in Quanell. Because this video here is like 30 minutes long. Let me skip a little bit ahead, and if not, we'll move on to the next thing.
These many thousands of missing children home. Since 2005, we've recovered nearly 2,000 missing children in the Marshal Service. These fit in a particular category. I keep using the term missing endangered children. That means something to us. These are children that are in an environment where they are the victims of a violent crime, or they are in an environment where there are certain factors that are being brought to bear.
Sold by whom?
That makes them endangered. They're the subjects of sexual assaults. They're the subjects of sex trafficking, molestation, and things of that sort. And then there are other factors that we also look at as well. So it's a big mission. When it's all said and done, there are big numbers, and there's plenty of work to go around for law enforcement agencies. Some of our partners, I said I'd mention those, so we'll make sure we understand who's all in Georgia Bureau of Investigation Force, and a number of equally difficult. And so the expertise that I think we can bring to that one's kicking off, and we expect to see similar successes in that area. My agency is committed to this.
All right. Well, we're going to move on from this. I wanted to go to the, I have the video. Yeah, Bass was found. I don't know if they've confirmed yet. Bass was found deceased. Oh, and by the way, there was this story too. Before we get to the video of the neighbors and stuff, which I have ready here for you guys. There was a story out of Miami. And this person here, this mother, Leave It to Bieber, actually did a video on this. Memphis children found missing for nearly a year. Memphis children missing for nearly a year, found alive near Miami. And so the mother's facing charges. And I have a video I could play real quick if you want to check out Leave It to Bieber's channel. If I can find it right here. I don't think she'll mind me playing this.
It's Bieber, and holy crap, is this a story?
Thank you, Hero. Thank you.
Memphis children missing for nearly a year, found alive near Miami. This is the mom, Sandra Bates. Listen to this, guys. This is nuts. A Memphis, Tennessee mother is facing charges after 2 of her missing children were found alive near Miami. The woman's children, 2 girls and a boy, went missing nearly a year ago. The one girl was admitted to the hospital while another was taken into protective custody. The third child, their brother, has yet to be located as of Friday. God, we pray that he is safe somewhere and that he gets help. Officers found one of the girls barefoot, disoriented, and wandering the streets of Biscayne Park.
That's crazy,
just north of Miami. The 13-year-old told police she hurt her foot while escaping, and she had no idea where she was at.
Jesus Christ.
The child could only tell officers the color of the house she left and 2 house numbers. How crazy is that? That was enough to lead officers to the home of her mother, Sandra Bates. Police said when they arrived, they found the girl's 9-year-old sister hidden in a closet. Bates was arrested and charged with kidnapping. She is accused of abducting the girls and their teenage brother after all three ran away from a foster home in southeast Memphis last September. Police said the 15-year-old was believed to be in Florida with his siblings, but he was not there when the officers searched the home. Bates remains jailed in Miami on Friday, but will be brought back to Memphis to face charges. A press release from the police department suggests that the children may have been victims of a movement ring.
So they still didn't find one of these kids. One of these kids are still missing. I think it was the brother that they said. So a mother was facing charges after her two missing children were found alive near Miami. The woman's children, 2 girls and a boy, went missing nearly a year ago. Bates was arrested and charged with kidnapping. Found in Miami. Miami's a horrible place. It can be a horrible place. Scary as hell. This shit's going on everywhere, man. It is going on everywhere. Kids are being taken all over the place. They got these websites. They don't even have to hide anymore. Kiro said, thank you for bringing more awareness to the issue. People don't realize how prevalent this is around the world, but also to us. I was wondering earlier today, too, about these people, man, before we get to the next topic. These people that are on the website, it's mostly males. They're on the website. Their faces are hidden. Cowards, like these little Antifa groups and all this stuff. Cowards under some screen name stuff. Going online, searching for hours and hours. I can't imagine how many hours people are on the internet searching and sitting on their computer and pulling up people's kids and videos and sharing it. And then I was thinking too, I was like, why do they do this, right? Like, is it a mental thing? Is it a mental issue? Are they one day going to tell us that, like, okay, this is a mental diagnosis, and, we'll treat them. We'll put them in rehabilitation. Is this also an issue of people or males having issues with their genitalia or afraid to interact with humans? And so they have to interact with somebody that they don't feel embarrassed, that they don't have to worry about getting it up. That's what I'm thinking. Because if you saw the video I did earlier, Sheila, thank you for being a new member. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you saw the video I did earlier, there was some guy talking about an infant. Can you imagine an adult male posting something about getting advice on how to please an infant? I saw that shit earlier today. So you got to imagine an adult male with a supposed functional brain is looking for advice on how to do this stuff, right? And these people too, they're into animals, right? They're into beings that aren't fully conscious of what's going on, and so maybe they're afraid to get judged. They're afraid, and so they move to animals and babies and infants and kids and mess up their minds and warp them. And that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I just had that thought earlier today. I was like, these people, it's got to be that. It's got to be something like that. Something like that. Some weirdo shit. Right? The incel shit. I saw incels referenced multiple times. So I have, let's see, what did I do with this video? I got with Tootie, the neighbors. I got some more video. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm gonna open up the lines if people want to call in. Chris Thorne, thank you, man. Showing love, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. You guys can check out his channel. He has good content. I like your new setup too. I saw the other day I joined, and like you had this like a news broadcast thing, and it went to the side, and you had the screen on the side. That was kind of dope. I like that. So we'll check this out. The lines are open too if anybody wants to call in. You can share your thoughts, share your experience, your thoughts on these people. I sometimes think too, like maybe it's getting worse. I don't know if it's because of COVID. Some of these people, when they have to be home with their kids, I saw a lot of people complaining. And maybe some of it's justified, but maybe some of these people just hate their kids and just want to dump them off in a school where they don't have to deal with them for 8-10 hours. Now, well, I mean, kids are going back to school, but they didn't have a choice. They're stuck with the kids now in the house. A lot of these places are dysfunctional. These people are dysfunctional themselves, and now they're stuck with the kids all day long, and they're snapping on the kids. hurting the kids. And I'm kind of curious, you guys in the comments with Maliyah, do you think they had something to do with it, or were they just negligent and something happened? Because with Cupcake, Cupcake was left out by herself, and it turned out to be two other people that just, I guess, picked the right timing and took Cupcake.
Oh, they out here. Oh, shit. Calm down, girl. Don't go.
Have you guys seen this video, by the way? Erica said domestic violence has increased a lot. That's true. Have you guys seen this video? You let me know in the chat. These are some of the neighbors that have been active. People have been getting kind of hard on the neighbors, the people. I can appreciate that at least they're involved. Yeah, sometimes it seems maybe they're a little bit animated, but at least they're doing something, I guess, All right, good. So some people haven't seen this. Great. I skimmed through this, but I didn't watch this. We're going to see Quanell and some of these people. Some of the people did.
What did y'all do to that baby? What did y'all do to that baby? Oh my gosh. My stomach just is on fire. Oh, my stomach is on fire.
She look like a fucking dolphin.
She do look like a dolphin. And that's exactly what you. Wait. She out here. She out here.
Oh, Jesus. It's Quanell X, man, the savior.
Oh, my heart is. Look, I don't want to be on that is crazy.
Hey, Brandy, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Crisis actors.
Please find it. Please. Please find it. This happening too much. This is happening too much. These kids are being hurt too much.
What did he say? Are you guys able to hear him? I think he said, yeah. He said something about Black Panthers, I think, or if anybody's able to find the child, he is. I have mixed feelings on Quanell. I went a little hard on him with the Maliyah thing, but I mean, he did kind of extract information, it seems like, right? What's my phone doing? My phone's talking to me. Why? That's the other thing, too. Let me just bring this up real quick because I wanted to say this earlier today. I thought about this earlier today. We have a call, too. I'm going to take the call after this. These phones, okay, Google, Microsoft, all these people are always listening to us. They're recording our stuff. They have all our data. Every other week, I get a notification. I open up my Google Chrome, data breach. All your passwords are potentially taken. Your credit score, your social security. Every other week, this stuff is leaked and they have all your information. You mean to tell me these people with these weirdo websites posting people's kids and all this kind of stuff, they're able to get away with it and this website's not shut down? These people have all your information, constantly listening. I don't even have that voice activation crap on my phone. That thing just talk to me now. Hello? How can I help you? Hello? Like, what? Let me take this call. 901. 901, how you doing?
What up, Mickey Man? This your boy Chris Thorne Show, brother.
Chris, how you doing? Good. Thank you for calling in, man.
Hey, I didn't want nothing, man. I'm just calling to let you know, man. I love what you do. Enjoy what you do, man. Appreciate what you're doing, brother.
Thank you for calling, man.
Keep bringing the awareness. Hey,
You've been covering the story with Maliyah, right?
Yeah, you know me and you did a show with Maliyah, and wait a minute, you talking about
the new one?
Bass?
Yeah, Bass.
Yeah. I have.
What are you? Just want to share some of your thoughts real quick, or you kind of holding back, reserving yourself?
Pretty much. I'm kind of reserving, but I think we all can agree, man. This is Maliyah Davis 2.0, man. People getting on here crying, whining, talk about how sweet she was, but then kind of find out they the one that had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing just fishy. In the beginning,
right.
I had benefit of the doubt, and I had feelings, emotion. My heart went out to him, but now I'm finding out this new information. If it is true what Quanell said that they told him, then it's a whole nother Maliyah Davis thing. You know what I'm saying, man?
Right.
This is one of the situations, man, that you hope that the parents ain't had nothing to do with it. But once the story gets weirder and weirder, kind of find out the fingers keep pointing at them, So,
right. Okay, man.
Yeah, so
thank you. Appreciate it.
Had they even identified the body yet? I'm still waiting on it.
So it hasn't been confirmed from what I hear. They believe, like they highly believe it's her, but no, like as far as like DNA and stuff like that, it hasn't been confirmed. Yeah.
Okay then. Okay,
The
no doubt, man.
Yeah.
All right, brother, but I'll be in now, man.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right.
All right.
Yeah, these people have all our information. They're selling your shit. They should be paying us for the information. I got an email from Google the other day about Google Plus. Oh, there's a lawsuit, something. They took all your information, whatever it is, and now they're paying people out. They have all your information. They're selling your shit. Why do you think people can type in your name online and pull up your whole family history, your address, everything, right? But then they come and tell us, oh, you can't dox, but we're being doxed 24/7, right? Right? Does that shit make sense to you? You're not supposed to dox, but we're being doxed 24/7 because these other websites are posting our shit all the time, right? Why doesn't that apply to them? And they're making money off of it because some of these sites you have to pay. They have memberships, Recap. What do you want to recap on?
And I'm the one found the baby.
But why she never got arrested? Hold on, wait. I'm listening. Sorry.
Jesus. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I'm going to find out.
But she look like a dog. Look at the baby I'm doing. That baby woman ain't got nothing. That baby woman ain't got no clothes. That baby ain't got no toys, no TV, nothing.
So y'all know it's foul play. Y'all definitely know that it's foul play.
So he's saying it's like foul play, supposedly.
Okay. Y'all be patient. Leave to my job.
We got a new caller.
He said he gonna find out. He just said he needs y'all. Yo.
Oh, if you guys are wondering about the Bass story, if you haven't heard, basically, this is a story out of Texas. I have the videos. You can check the playlist after. But she's a little girl that went missing on a Saturday, and her parents reported her missing. The parents supposedly said it. Well, it's not really the parents because it was the biological mother and the boyfriend, and they said that the mother came inside to cook something. The child was in the playground and child disappeared. On Sunday, they found the child in the bayou in the water. And that's kind of the story where it's at. So this is like the neighbors now talking about it. People are suspecting foul play. Not only are the neighbors suspecting foul play, but Acevedo from Houston, he said like for sure it's foul play. They're telling us things. But I'm sure they're withholding information, but also that what I thought was weird is that the mother said the child was found on a float, an orange float, and I haven't heard any other police, news station, anybody else mention that. So I don't know how the mother had that information or how she knew, because I'm assuming they wouldn't let the mother come to see the deceased child, right? So how did the mother know that one piece of information that nobody else is talking about? Let me take 267. 267. Oh, hold on a second. I'm lagged out here. 267. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Who is this? Thank you for calling. Where are you calling from?
I'm good. This is Tanisha Smith. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. I've been following you for a while now. I'm always in the comment section.
Thank you.
But you're welcome. You're awesome. I would like to just inform you in the chat, and maybe you can keep this going. And if there's a way I can send you the email of what I'm talking about, if you haven't heard already, that they're putting trackers in women's underclothing, preferably their bras. So when women are buying bras, there are tracker devices in them. And someone discovered that, and they actually showed the person. They a guy he took apart his girlfriend's bra and pulled it out just to show everyone. So
I saw somebody post that on Facebook, and I wasn't sure if that was true or not. I mean, you could send me links. We could definitely talk about it. Fabiola said it's not
well,
true, but definitely send me. We could talk about it for sure if you could send me a link.
well, if you saw him on Facebook, you might have seen the same one. It was the guy wearing like a blue shirt.
I don't remember.
And the black bride. Well, all right. Well, anyway, I mean, I'm not saying it is true if it isn't, but you got to admit there's a lot of strange things going on today. So, you know, anything is possible now.
Right.
So just in case it is real, just people should know, just in case.
Okay.
You know, just check yourself, like whenever you purchasing anything. But if it's not, then then good.
Thank you for saying. Yeah, so
But
it's like mixed. 'Cause some people saying it's not true. The natural hair guide is saying it is true. So it might be something to
right,
look into for another time. Then check it out.
right. But you can never be too safe, ladies. And
Right.
then because they could be following you and your girl, but who knows?
Right.
I believe that to me, it seems like that's why people got to stand 6 feet apart, because if you're close together, I don't know if I should be saying this, but
Say it.
AI can't distinguish who's who when you're close together. Like you have to be apart, so they can pinpoint exactly which person is which. But if you're close together in a bunch, that's why I feel like they're promoting this. I mean, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know.
No, that's cool. No, thank you for sharing
stuff
that.
is weird going on.
Right. What are your thoughts?
And
Any
then-
thoughts on with Maliyah?
Yeah, I was
with
going to
Bass?
say that.
Yeah.
I was going to say that next about the children being taken, or about the weird stuff with the kids always phones all missing all the time. That part.
Right.
This is why I say, everybody be careful, because it's not just by coincidence that this is going on. And Trump, even if people hate him, there's a lot going on behind the scenes in terms of this trafficking war that's going on to save
Right.
these kids. Is really serious.
Right.
So
I didn't
the
play
city
it, but in that video they
that's-
mentioned Trump a couple of times. Something with funding or so. I want to do research. I might make a video on it, but they did mention
Yes,
it.
please do.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you calling.
Okay, you're welcome, and bye everybody. Well, I'll be in the chat.
All right. Thank
all
you.
for listening.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye. I'm gonna take another call because somebody's been waiting 5 minutes. But let me just say too, there's a bunch of weirdos. I've had multiple situations. One in Walmart, one in Publix with my daughter. There was one time I was in Walmart. I was getting out the car. I'm super paranoid. I'm watching this white van, and this is the Walmart that Leila went kapoof missing. Right. This white van's driving by, and this guy, creepy old white guy, just like, and the entire time he's looking at my daughter. And at this time, I'm looking at him in the face, making direct eye contact. The dude never looks at me, and he's smiling, looking at her, and he drives by. And at one point, he kind of looks at me, and that's when he kind of turned away. But he was like fixated. And then there was another time too when I was in the Publix, and there was this car with illegal tints, all blacked out. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but like this person was sketched out because they were parked in front of the Publix. So I went and parked to the side. I took out Maddie. This was when she was younger. She got to do all this stuff to take out the kids. I went inside shopping. When I come out, the car that was in front of the Publix now is parked next to me with the car running. Bro, I was freaked out. I was like, nah, I was super cautious. I got in the car and just got on that dip. But there's a lot of people just watching and waiting and opportunistic. Let me take 914. They've been waiting for a little bit. 914, hey, how you doing?
Hi. So I've tuned into your show a few times, and I really want to say I really appreciate what you're doing, bringing a lot of this human trafficking to light, because I think a lot of people don't realize that this happens in the U.S. and it's so prevalent. It's such an issue, and it goes unreported in the mainstream. So first that, and secondly, so I'm a college student, and hearing from what you've said tonight, I wanted to add that there is. Well, yes, in like real life, there are creepy people, and myself, I've observed, weird behaviors of people around myself if I'm alone, and I'd say I'm very cautious. But I think a lot of what, I guess for parents maybe listening, or from a young person's perspective, there's so much that goes on online. I think where, you know, having, you know, an internet right at your phone, or at your fingertips on your phone, that there's so many ways that kids can be approached, not even in person, you know, within the comfort of their own home. And that, you know, whether through Instagram or other social media apps, that it's so easy. And that I think that's something that maybe parents need to also be aware, because again, it doesn't even need to be, you don't even need to leave your house to have people approach you in weird ways. And I know that, you know, I've gotten some weird messages over the years and stuff like that, but I think that is something that has to be addressed, because there have been plenty of I guess examples that I've read about where, you know, the people contact, you know, young people, minors, maybe even on like Instagram, for example, with like modeling gigs and stuff like that, that are fake, that aren't real.
Right.
And that's how they've been lured in many cases. And again, it's just so easy with the internet just right at our fingertips that is that this is kind of the new way that people are reaching out, because you don't have to leave your home for this to happen.
Right.
But I just want to put that out there.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. The thing I have on the screen right now is a story I covered in 2019, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This girl named Sophie Reeder. And this girl had like some sort of like confidence issues, and she was like homeschooled, and her parents said that like she was online all the time. And I guess, you know, she started talking to somebody, and somebody made her feel good and all sort of stuff. One night, late at night, she just gets up and gets out the window and she's gone. And this is the last time she was seen, and to this day, never found. Gone, just like that.
Yeah, and
You know?
I think that stuff, it's so easy to happen. And I think, you know, again, there are ways I think that parents can keep track. I mean, I think like my mom, even to this day, I mean, I'm an adult, but my mom still has like my location with my phone. You know, so she can, if I'm going anywhere, you know, she can find out exactly where I am. But yeah, no, it's so easy, and it's, you know, it's tragic, obviously. You know,
Right.
No one wants this to happen to their kid, and no kid wants this to happen to them.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that bit.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thanks.
You. All right, let me take this. People calling in now. We got several callers, so let me take 281, because 281's been waiting for a while. I mean, you guys can call in, say what you got to say. 281, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Thank you for calling. Where are you calling from? Who is this?
I'm calling from Houston, named Sharif.
Houston. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, I've been following some of your content for a while. I remember you first did a video about, I can't remember the girl's name at the time, the one that disappeared at that hotel or something, where she was found in the freezer.
Are you talking about Kanika? I never covered Kanika Jenkins. Is that who you're talking about?
I thought that was you, that you covered it, where you were saying it was some strange events that happened.
I don't think if it's Kanika, I never covered Kanika Jenkins. I don't think I was doing YouTube at the time. I know it was a really big story. A lot of people were covering it. I didn't get to cover that one.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I've still been watching a lot of your content.
Yeah.
I was listening to what you were saying about like with the phones. And you ever notice, like, when you buy something online and they force you to enter in your phone number for like tracking information, and all of a sudden you start getting these weird and strange phone calls. Now, give you a quick something happened to me a few years ago, where something had it said I downloaded something illegally, and I'm looking at the little pop-up on my phone, and it shows this little small box, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is that? That looks familiar. And come to find out, it was a picture that my phone took of me.
Wow.
And it said that if I don't get with the government, it said all my data information and all my contacts been forwarded to the government, and I have to pay like $300. If not, they're gonna file some kind of charges. But that's when I started putting a piece of like tape over my phone, over my camera. So like how you were saying, like you being tracked for everything that you do, I had an issue with my phone where I called Apple, and they said, can I have your permission to mirror your phone? So she was able to look at the screen while I was scrolling through my she said, go here. And as I was going, she was able to see what I was doing. Now, she didn't tell me, okay, adjust your settings in your phone.
She just connected.
Something that it was just connected.
Damn.
So, so it's just like, I mean, you being watched for everything that you're doing on your phone. When you download the app, when you read the terms and conditions, it asks you
that nobody reads because it's so long.
Yeah, nobody reads it. Nobody about to read through all that, but it's pretty much telling you we can look at your contacts.
Yeah.
We can listen to your conversations. We can view your web browsing. So I mean, pretty much everything that you do, you pretty much being watched. But to get like what you were saying with the kids, it was this one guy I was listening to on YouTube. Vice comes on Showtime, and Vice is owned by Disney, and he was saying something where they trying to justify pedophiles, where it's considered a weakness, versus them being charged. But and this is from Disney. Disney owns Vice, and also somebody said something about where they trying to make it where if the kids say something about being molested, they are held accountable. Like it's something I gotta read into it more. But a lot of the stuff going on with these kids and these pedophiles, they trying to justify a lot of this stuff and say these people are sick. And I'm like, how? That's like you telling a woman that was assaulted saying, oh, that guy, he had some type of mental illness or something, and that's why you was assaulted. It's like, but when it comes to kids and you just see all this stuff going on with these kids, I don't have any kids.
Okay.
And that's like one thing I always been afraid of, to bring kids into this stuff, this world and the things that's going
Scary,
on. So, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate all of me. I'm sorry that, but I haven't watched your content.
Yeah, that was cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you calling in too.
I really like what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
No problem. I just really appreciate what you're doing, man. And you always giving the inside scoop and pretty much staying up to date on some of the things, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All
right, take care.
Yeah, you have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, we have a lot of callers tonight, man. All right, so I'm gonna take another one here in a second. But these people totally have our information. These people can totally access your shit. That's why sometimes, like with this whole website thing, even with YouTube and Google, they're constantly harassing YouTubers with demonetization, censorship. You literally have to make the consumer, which is not what you're supposed to do. You literally, people that want to subscribe, they have to subscribe. They have to they hit the button, which is fine. Then they changed it where you got to hit the bell. Okay, that's fine. Then you got to hit all notifications. Like, how many things you have to make people hit? You want to make the least amount of clicks as possible. They're constantly harassing creators, and then you have websites like this you can pull up, and the website I'm talking about is the one we talked about previously with kids on it, that you can just, it's right there on the front page at the top. Like that's some shit. When you're ranked at the top of a Google search, probably paying for that. I don't know. That is some shit. Let me take the next caller. 513. Thank you for waiting. 513. How you doing? Where are you calling from? Hello. 513. Hey, how you doing?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so iCkEdMeL. This is Jess Best.
Hey, Jess Best. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Okay, so I wanted to call in about the Maliyah Bass case.
Okay.
I think it's very interesting how these videos coming out of the neighbors seem to be like so involved, and they seem like really nosy. So I kind of feel like if the 2-year-old was left at the park, somebody definitely would have saw something. They would have been looking out the window, or you know what I mean, or something. So it just makes me think now more than ever that the parents was involved.
You think they were?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that way. At first, I was thinking that it's possible, even though her story, I was thinking like, okay, she's reckless, but maybe somebody did grab her child.
It's possible.
You said, I think the story said, the guy said 40 seconds. Every 40 seconds, a child goes missing or gets. So I mean, that's pretty quick. So I mean,
it only takes a couple of minutes. I've heard of stories where, well, actually, this one was, I think, a lie though, because there was a story I heard of not too long ago where this guy said he left his child in the car. He went back inside to get something, and he came out, his child was gone. I think apparently he took his own child and he lied about it. But I've seen situations where even my sister one time, she left her car outside with the key on top of the hood, which was a bad idea. Walked in for 1 minute, or she left her purse. Walked in for 1 minute or 2-3 minutes, car was gone. People have no life I used to live in a place in a complex a long time ago too, where this neighbor walked up to me. He starts telling me my own schedule for work. I didn't even know the guy. It was, oh yeah, this is when I worked at the hospital. It's like, oh, you work graveyard, and yeah, you have your baby and all stuff. And like he's having a nice conversation, but I'm weirded out. There's people just watching all day long, watching you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, but I just wanted to call in. I'm definitely I don't want to say a fan because to me that sounds creepy, but I've definitely been watching your content and how you cover the cases.
I
and
appreciate
then, you know,
that.
with
Thank
such
you.
humor. Yeah. And
Yeah,
grace.
I'm a very sarcastic person. Just some people don't receive it well because but I just it's a way to kind of deal with this situation sometimes, because when I did the story earlier today, I was messed up for a while today. Like it's just sick shit with these people, man. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I watched that earlier, and then when you said you were going to go live, I was like, it's just so much going on in the world today. I feel like 2020 is like unlike any other year for some reason. I don't know what has happened, but it's been crazy. It's like every day. So.
All right. Well,
yeah,
thank you.
I just wanted to call in and say that.
Thank you for calling. I
All right,
appreciate that. All right. Bye. Okay, I'm going to take 757. Got 2 people that have been waiting for a while. 757. Hey, how you doing? Who is
Hello?
this? Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm Barry White in the chat.
Oh, Barry. How you doing? Thank you for being
Hi,
a
how
subscriber
are
for a
you?
while and all the support. Good.
Oh, thank you. Well, I have a lot to talk about. Like with basically, I'm sorry, guys. No, but it's just a lot.
Okay.
To unload. If you'd like to lead the convo, that'd be great.
Well, where did you want to
For
start?
everything we've touched on.
Really? Okay. Wherever you want to go. If you want to talk about the missing children, the 39 missing children, or you want to talk the bass situation, or just in general.
Well, the part about the 39 children, they said some of them are older now and things like that. Some of them had actually ran away and things like that. I just find it funny that, you know, they're connecting all of this stuff now. It's like, okay, so you knew where these children were the whole time. That's just a feeling that I have. It's like all of a sudden, oh my gosh, yeah, you know, and 13 of those 39 were, you know, like a separate situation or whatever, however they put
and
it, right?
the safe location of 13 others, whatever that means.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm just like, okay.
Right.
And this one thing, I don't know. I mean, it's just bad enough that it's just out there like that in general for all children, you know? There's so many more missing. At the end of the day, it's just really, really sad. I mean, you want to be happy. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're found and everything. Yes, of course.
Right.
But it's like they want to be praised for doing their effing jobs, you know? Like,
right.
You don't deserve all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And then they just, oh my gosh, they're found, 39, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
and then for some conspiracy theorists out there, okay, what does the number 39 mean?
Oh, you're into the numbers thing? Well, the thing too that was interesting.
I'm saying for those out there that are, I'm just saying, like, okay, so now all of a sudden 39, and they first of all, it was 26, right? And then they joined the 13.
Right.
So what does that mean? I mean, I'm not really into all of that, but you know, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be actually praised for doing your job.
Well, the thing too is
I'm like on the fence with that thing. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm an advocate for children, so I love the fact that okay, these people, who knows, have been reunited with whoever, because some of these people were actual runaways because of bad situations in the first place. You have to take that into account as well. And nobody's looking at that. Nobody's looking at the background. Like, okay, well, they were already in like maybe foster care system or something, you know?
And this is kind of too
like, okay, so who's really speaking for the children that actually ran away?
Right. And this is
for the ones that were taken. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I just kind of wonder too about abortion, because like I know we're going way off. But I'm not in support of abortion. It affects the Black community more than any other community, I think, from what I remember the stats. But then you see cases like this with what parents are doing to the children are in really shitty situations. These types of people and these types of cases almost make the case for abortion.
You know what's so crazy? I with that right there, it's a funny thing. You know, it's not. You can. Well, me personally, I could never be one-sided on either or, because of the fact that, you know, some of those people that have their children now probably have had abortions before. People never think about that, or a miscarriage of some sort, or for whatever reason it was. You know, so you never know exactly what a person is going through or what they've been through. Some of these people may have been abused before.
So let's cut to it. Are you
like
pro-choice or what's the other thing?
I don't know what terminology to use. I'm just gonna say do you.
Pro-life.
That's
Pro-choice,
it.
pro-life.
That's all I can say. Yes, because the thing about it is, me personally, like, I've seen some things. I'm not that old, but I've seen some things, and I mean, you just never know. It's like you never know. But however, I do want to touch on the fact that, okay, everyone's talking about, oh, well, these children, this, that, and the third. Like, I hate how all of a sudden the community wants to rally together. Why? They're outside acting a fool. They want to be in everybody's camera and all this crap. So what were you doing behind the scenes? Well, were you caring, loving neighbors? Were you loving thy neighbor? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, sometimes I do wonder if, like, people are putting on a
where
show.
were you guys when the baby was outside and supposedly at the park or whatever? Okay, so was the baby out there by herself, or were there other children, other parents, or anything? Oh, no, it was just her out there by herself. To me, if that was the case, if it was just her out there by herself, none of that makes any sense, honestly.
All right.
Not for a baby that young. I just don't get it at all.
So final thoughts, because I have two other people. One's been waiting a while.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay. Also, my final thoughts. So can I call back later? No, because also my final thoughts on this right now is that I think people should take it more seriously. I think everybody's taking it as a joke, and a lot of people are focusing on the wrong things, as far as how people talk and how they look and things like that. And my thing is, if you really care about children, that's what you should be worried about, the children. And it should start home in your own community, wherever you're at, whatever it may be, because at the end of the day, I don't think they care enough about the children, especially the children that for one reason or another end up going into the public school systems.
Let me ask you one final thing. I want to ask you one thing.
Yes.
And then I got to get 407 because 407. But Kadaji, if I'm saying that right, put a thing in the comment section. This is a whole nother topic, but I'm kind of curious on your thoughts on this. It's always been said it takes a village to raise babies. How do you feel about that? And I'll tell you my thoughts right after. The summary, quick summary.
Okay, quick summary.
Yes.
I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby. And the neighborhood I grew up in, like, we were like family, and it was everyone. I was raised in New York, born and raised in New York, and the neighborhood I lived in, mixture of everyone, and we were like family.
Okay.
To the point that one time, I may have went to jail or something.
Latina, love you.
But I did it because somebody woke my mother up at 1:00 in the morning. They went begging on her door, like, I just seen your door.
Oh my God.
Walking down the street to get into a fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but honestly, I can't say that you know what? Yes, I agree and I disagree. So if that makes any sense, like I said, with
pick
me,
one.
It cannot be one-sided.
No, pick one. Let's not flip-flop and be all.
It's so hard.
We're being liberal and we're appeasing everybody. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts then, and then
No, I'm not trying to appease everyone. See, that's the thing. I'm not. It's just that I've been through things, different situations and stuff like that. So I can't really say one.
Okay.
But okay. Honestly, I guess it does, but only if the village people actually care about the children.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? Only if the village people are willing to beat the fucking person's ass that's doing wrong. If they're not willing to do that, then kick that villager out. They don't need to be in the village. I'm just saying.
All right, thank you. Well, let me take this caller. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel. But thank you. I appreciate your call, though. I feel like we could probably talk forever, but thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you.
Right,
have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna take 407. 407 the Wayne a while, 769 the Wayne a while. The village thing. Here's my personal thoughts, and I know people might not like this. Fuck the village. You're not touching my child. You're not watching my child. I don't want you doing nothing. Trying to come. I don't want you knocking on my door asking for salt or flour. You need juice. I don't want you watching my schedule. The village is corrupt, dirty, and disgusting. Keep the village away from my child. But let me just say this too. I've heard people mention that the village can include teachers. The village can include, I don't know, family members. The village can include maybe somebody finding your child, which my child would never be found on the street, but couldn't, people in the community. But fuck the village, though, honestly. That's my thoughts on that. 407, let me take your call. I've always felt that. 407, who's this?
What's good, nigga?
Who's this?
This is your boy West Live, man.
Wes, how you doing, man? Thank you for waiting, bro. Sorry about that, man.
Oh, none, brother. Take your time, bro. I got a lot of patience in the world.
Thank you, man.
But nah, man, I've been watching the video, bro, and I agree, bro. It's a crazy world, man. You got a lot of sick ass pedophiles, man, just running around, man, and people.
They're open with it now,
anything.
bro. They're open with it. They got their own website. They got their own social media shit. They're open with it now.
You even got these corporations, they trying to fucking push it, especially with Netflix. Even though I don't want to say Netflix is the only
what are you talking about? Netflix?
Company
is
that
it cuties or what are you talking about?
You're not aware about the backlash they've been getting lately because they got a movie called Cuties coming out.
I heard about it. Yeah.
And it's being accused of sexualizing young girls. So they trying to push that shit, bro. But it's like I said, man, it's a crazy world, man. Like I said, if you have children, because I'm like me, bro, I'm young. I'm 21, bro.
Right.
I have no plans to bring children in this world, especially how fucked up, this world is going to constantly get. You got racism. I mean, like I said, 2020 had been a crazy year. My mom passing away, racism, this pandemic shit. It's just a lot of bullshit, man. And especially with the way the world is going, not only, and I don't want to go off topic, not only our freedom is slowly being taken away, but these motherfuckers, these sick ass politicians that's in these office, they are running amok, man. They are slowly pushing pedophilia. And
let me tell you, man, the politicians, all that shit is bullshit. You know my preference. Most of the people that follow me know my preference, but all the politics shit is bullshit. Where the fuck is the stimulus check, right? Bullshit, right? Yeah. People need that shit. People need to pay their stuff. They can't come to a consensus, right? How about fuck the corporations, give the people that need that stimulus check the money.
Exactly.
Right? They're playing games.
But the problem with them niggas, bro, they look at, if we give these people money, they're looking for handouts. They lazy. But I'm like, my niggas, these people can't work. They're laid off. How you expect people to go to work and bust their ass and you claim that people shouldn't be lazy? How do you expect people to go to work and they can't find a job? Nobody's hiring them. They laid off. So, these people are clowns, bro. It's gotten to the point where, because I'm currently laid off too. I just applied for DoorDash.
Oh wow!
I just applied for DoorDash. So I'm gonna try it out. But it's just getting to the point now. I'm like, fuck these people, man. And it's just sad, man, because we claim that we're the greatest country, but if we are the greatest country in the world, don't you think we would have cared about our citizens? Don't you think we would have helped our American citizens instead of treating them like shit and not paying them? Like, bro, this is a pandemic we're talking about, and you're not.
I still think we're the greatest country, though. But yeah, I know what you're saying. But I
take that back. We are better than other countries, but as far as like we the greatest country in the world, we got some issues that we got to fix, man.
Of course, right.
But other than that, bro, like I said, I you know, protect your children, watch over your children. I mean, it's good that we have the internet now, where you can, you know, you're able to keep track on what your children do. You're able to track down the phone. Like, let's say if your child is missing and they have a cell phone, you're able to track it down. But it's just like I said, man, be careful what your children meet or who they meet, man, because it's a lot of crazy motherfuckers, man. It's a lot of people you think that are nice, but they are sick in the head. They need a shotgun to their brain, you know? So other than that, bro,
all right, Wes, man,
you know,
thank you,
like
bro.
I don't want to keep this going, but if you want to do a podcast,
let's talk, man. Email
podcast
me if you can. Email me at iCkEdMeL or iCkEdMeL@iCkEdMeL.com. Either one. We can do something.
Yeah, shout out to you, Annie. I see you watching I see you commenting. Shout out
Annie,
to you,
thank
Annie.
you. Beautifully Broken too.
But,
they all have YouTube channels. You guys can check them out. All right, thanks, man. Take care, bro.
No problem.
Wes too. Check out Wes's channel, Wes Live. All right, man. Take care. All right, let me take 769 because we have several callers, man. We keep this going. 769, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing today?
Good. Thank you for calling. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
Thank you for answering. My subject and my comments is on the Maliyah Bass case.
Okay.
If you notice, I hate to attack somebody's income and income level because you can clean up a house and start at the beginning of raising your kid, but at the same time, these managers see the conditions before the police case seen the position. So I think it should be in their responsibility in the corporations and in the buildings to report that before anybody has to have a whole community go look for a 2-year-old child. Second of all, did the grandmother see the child at the daycare? Was she the one that did it? Because why all of a sudden that baby is found near that grandmama's house? Were they on crack? Is the man mental health? Why are they allowed to leave and live with somebody that ain't even a child's father? Now, I know it's domestic violence when it's the father and the mother. They're not taking these people through no kind of psychology, no kind of raising, no kind of mental health. But when you go to college, you got to take the Myers-Briggs. And the Myers-Briggs was designed for mental health before we start taking it in college for INTJ, INFP, and all of that. So why aren't they giving these people that's having these kids on accounting any kind of testing, any kind of what their next reaction would do while having a kid? They just pass them out like products, and they don't know what to do. You can't pass somebody a car with the keys without a driver's license. So why are you passing the person and the kid with just because they got vaginas and that's because they got penises? Why are you passing the kid? You know what I mean? You ain't doing no testing on them.
Right.
And then as for abortion, they could tie tubes and no kids before you even impregnate. They got gay people now that just adopt. So why should every human being be allowed to have a kid, go start at the county and leave predicaments like this? And then as for the kids that's missing, 13, 14, 20 of them, and they finally found them. If you look up on the children's post, it's billions still missing.
Wow.
This is ridiculous. I'm tired of this. Why are they using kids for a product to grow America when it's not growing substantial? You got crop you can grow, but it ain't going to produce shit. So why do you keep on having everybody have sex and have kids and think they can go and get some food stamps in the county and this guy down the street and he might be the homeboy and the thug to have a baby by when they can't even be worth raising it? They ain't worth nothing. It ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't Puerto Rican. It's messed up completely.
Wow.
It's a system. It's a whole system and how they guided it. It has nothing to do with black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian. It's just humanities and why they can't fix it.
Let me well, you know what it makes me think too of? It makes me think of a little bit like kind of how like back in the day the government like incentivized single mother homes, the father to be gone, you know, there's no father in their home, we'll give you a check. And I wonder if that's kind of too where a lot of the shit started, you know, kind of encouraging this kind of stuff. I mean, do you support like
my father wasn't.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My father wasn't in the home. My mother was disabled. My father, both of them was real old, like 38 having me. But if you put them two in a house together, 9 times out of 10, they were going to argue and fight. And I realized they argued more in fault when I was there because I was a kid playing with words and playing with every English. I tried to repeat my father's words, my mother's personality. I was a mimic of both of them.
Right,
so it balanced out the anger and whenever they get ready to have their adult conversation. You know what I mean? So they had to talk away from me, and he would come over when I'm not there. And when he comes to me, he comes to me when I am there. So it was like a split. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard to deal with kids. for a single parent, for two parents at the same
Yeah.
time. But you have to have that mentality to be able to.
Right. All
but
right.
I'm sorry, could you go ahead and finish?
Well, I just had a different thought. Now, I was just kind of thinking about like when I was growing up too, my mother and my father split up. And I remember growing up and always wanting like kind of like that father figure, or just little things like Father's Day, or when I had to go to church and I didn't know how to put on a tie, not the clip-on tie, but like the actual tie, like just these little things I remember. And then like I remember too my stepfather being in the home, and then sometimes my mother and my stepfather would argue, and I remember a lot of times too feeling like that was my fault. Kids, even though it had nothing to do with me, kids just internalize all that shit and they feel guilty, bad, all kinds of different feelings. You know, I really appreciated my mother and my biological father that they never talk bad about each other. But these days you see mothers and fathers shitting on each other, all kinds of craziness going on video, and they're growing up in like horrible environments and situations. And then they grow up just to repeat the same thing. You know, and I think a lot of women too. I mean, I think even about my exes, most of them didn't have a father in their life. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times it's like women seeking kind of like that father that they never had. And sometimes too, they're seeking it in the wrong places. Maybe a lot of times seeking it in the wrong places, you know? And we
I don't know. I think people overly judge a situation in certain like that's for you in a tie. I think that churches should have. First of all, I believe that churches should have their baby showers and stuff in a church and not in a house. It's because that a baby is brought in celebration of the community, the religion, and the belief of the growth. So the household, I believe, is for mother, father, child. I believe the neighborhood is supposed to recognize a person lives there, but not actually obsess over the person living there. Like, I believe it'll stop the sexual trafficking and the solicitation of a child. And also, as I think they should have Thai teaching classes and become like, not, I wouldn't say fathers of the community, but mentors of the community. We have a responsibility once we have knowledge and growth and education to grow a community with that knowledge. That's why they have nonprofits to volunteer at when you go to college and you get your college degree. They ask you if you want to volunteer somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're trying to get us to understand it's people that need, and it's also people that have the money to do it. And they teach you that while graduating. So I believe that we have a responsibility to the knowledge that we know, but we don't have to have it so much to where where we have to be this stressed out over a kid. I mean, this is a crazy story. A kid, not only did the kid die, the kid is found in a bayou with a pool float after they drained a pool. I mean, the story is crazy. Why they can't arrest? And you know what? The police having problems arresting is really getting on my nerves because of the fact that as soon as they arrest and something happened, they got this Black Lives Matter stuff going on. But when they don't arrest, everybody is like, well, this is a black child. This happens in the black community. She died in the bayou. No, this happens to a child, any color. I don't care what color that baby was. That girl was supposed to be arrested. It's supposed to be criminal child endangerment charges on people, period.
Right. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Because I got other callers too, but thank you so much for your insight. Any other quick little thing or quick little thought?
Only one little quick thing.
Okay.
It don't have nothing to do with the subject though. The county will give charges. I mean, they will give houses to people for $100 a month, but all of them can't fit on it. You can't keep on having them produced and force $100 a month, all of them in line to fit on it. If you had like mandated salary applications at the manager's office, yeah, but you got people in line waiting on these houses thinking they're going to live bigger, which they probably will live bigger and better than what they're living now in them houses because Section 8 going to give it to them in whatever they call a housing apartment. But at the same time, they recycling the evils into society. They're still recycling the murderers, the drug dealers, the situations, the bad parenting, the crackheads. They're recycling the stuff. Don't recycle it. You don't have to get rid of it, period. You know what I mean? But have a great day. And
all right, thank you so much.
Caller.
Appreciate it. All right, thank you. All right. Let me take 312 and then 661. You're next. Hey, how you doing? 312. Is this Irish?
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Hi, Ike.
How you doing? Good. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. How you doing? I just want to say I really appreciate your channel.
You're actually Irish.
I'm as Irish as can be.
That's awesome.
But no, I'm living here. I'm living here in the States, but your whole subject on child trafficking, especially what you posted earlier on that rape.com, that was so concerning. And you know what? It's just terrifying. I mean, I know I said it takes a village, but these days, you don't know your neighbor, you don't know what's going on with the fella next door. And like you're a single father and you raise your child, and if someone's staring at your child too long, it's like, what the fuck's going on with this person,
Right.
So it's you want to keep that child as protected as possible, and maybe I'm an 80s baby too, and maybe it was different because these days, definitely, are we, we'd be asking ourselves, has times changed? I think so. I think it's definitely more predatory around. I could walk up the street some days and I'd be like, I see a guy that's dodgy, I wouldn't want my child around him or whatever. So my point is that times have changed. There's an increase in violence. There is, there is definitely less of the father figure in the household. There's less instruction. Kids are brought into situations like little Maliyah Bass, which was heartbreaking. After Maliyah Davis, I'm like, come on now. And then seeing the same, what's his name, Cornell X, he's there again in that same area. You kind of question, is it too much of a coincidence or what's going on? What's going on within the area of this neighborhood?
Right.
For him to be standing there again, it's like, I'm going to be a spokesperson for like, what is going on in the household? I'm beside myself. I mean, that little girl was just so gorgeous, so beautiful. And what happened? I mean, I listened to the stepfather, and, I don't like to be judge and jury, but something was amiss. He was saying the dog fell down and there was helicopters in the sky and
that was
blah,
weird.
blah,
He was just going through this whole story. I was like, oh my god, gas ran out, the dog passed out. We taught her everything she knows.
What the fuck happened?
She hugs me every day. She told me she loved me. I thought all that stuff was weird.
She says her 1, 2, 3s and her ABs. I mean, come on, tell us the facts. Where were you? What were you doing when she went missing? I mean, a 2-year-old child is not going to walk 25 miles away, or it's not going to just disappear just like that. And I mean, if you don't have your attention on your child, for more than 30 seconds, what's going on?
Right.
I don't want to say he's guilty, but it's very concerning. My question is, he mentioned this sex trafficking shit that was going on. I mean, is it? Did you just like?
Supposedly the neighbor said that was true. Supposedly, I don't know if it is or not, but supposedly the neighbor said it's true, which is more of a reason not to leave your child outside by themselves, if that's true.
I mean, I have a little dog, Georgie, and I'll just tell you this. I wouldn't leave him out the front door at all. I mean, I go out and I'll pick up his duty or whatever, and then I'm not going to leave him without any, and I'm not just trying to say that because I know there's many parents out there, and things happen.
Right.
But this is very strange. This is, and the fact that she was Maliyah again, I'm like, what's going on? It's like, what? There's something deeper to this. There needs to be justice. The mother of the child is, frantic. But
thank you. Any other final thoughts? I'm sorry, but there's like people calling in and they've been waiting. One person 18 minutes, 15 minutes. I think I need to set like a timer or something. I need to be a little bit better with that. But any final thoughts?
Yeah, well, just final thoughts. Thanks a million for covering this. I appreciate you.
Thank you for your support, because I see you all the time.
I appreciate the people that donated to your channel as well, because this needs to be addressed. And people need to stop this fucking bullshit, sexual abuse and all this.
Yeah, it's true though. It's true. I mean, I laugh, but
Just-
yeah, it is true though.
we
It's just
need
getting
to keep
ridiculous.
this out loud, and with everything that's going on with protests or whatever, you know, Black Lives Matter, and these kids are being killed, and the poor innocent kids. We need to figure this shit out. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, so let me take. I got 661 and 318, and then I have somebody else, but they've been waiting for a long time. By the way, with Shannonn Ryan, supposedly they're saying in the Sun Sentinel that he went into prison a Baptist and came out a witch. Guy has a big following on Facebook. So 661 and then 318. I got you next. 661. How you doing? Where you calling from? Oh, actually, my bad. I didn't even take your call. 661. How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm good, man. I'm calling from Bakersfield. I called you before a while ago.
Where's
On one,
Bakersfield again? Where is it?
In California.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just call and just say like a couple little points.
Okay.
I just a lot of times, man, I feel like, man, it's on the parent. Because I got kids and I don't care where I'm at, no matter where I'm at, no matter anywhere. My eyes on them 24/7. So it's like when these parents claim that they took their eyes off them for 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, it's just like it don't make any sense. You're a parent. You're supposed to have your kids with you all the time. But I see a lot of times these parents walking around with these kids behind them, walking in front of their kids, looking at their phone. It's like, dude, have your kids in front of you. Like, don't have the kids behind you. It makes no sense. My sons know. If we walking somewhere, you're in front of me the whole time. Period. I don't want you behind me. You get snatched up quick. These parents just need to be more.
It's
more
true.
On them.
It's
all
true.
Kind of weirdos out here, and they need to talk to their kids about it. It's not like it used to be back in the day. You know, I mean, it was happening, but to me, I feel like back in the day, it wasn't as bad. Now you have to tell your kids about the shit. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't be like, I'm gonna wait till they get a certain age. You know, there's a certain age you know as a parent, and you know your kid. Each kid is different. You just gotta let them know. It's
right.
It's a damn jungle out here, man.
No, I agree, man. I mean, I remember I went to the park a while back. I even recorded, but this woman was sitting on her phone outside of the gate, and her child was playing with another boy and another father. And at first I thought they knew each other. They didn't know each other. And at one point, the guy goes to the bathroom, he takes his son, and the little girl's following him. And I'm watching, like, what the hell? And the woman realized, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes later, I'm watching just in case, but I was like, it's kind of crazy how some people just let their kids just go wherever,
Yeah.
man.
Like my kids are not. It don't matter even when you get 14, 15, it still ain't gonna happen. I just don't. I tell my son this all the time. I'd rather you grow up and hate me, but you succeed in life and nothing happen to you than me being nice and trying to be your friend and something happen to you. Like I don't know how I could react to one of my kids being took from me. Like I wouldn't be able to.
Forget about it.
It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. But and I know you got to get other colors, but one more thing I wanted to say is that dude, he was the not the ex-boyfriend, the stepdad or whatever on the Maliyah case.
Right.
He was weird in that, man. It was like him talking. It was just weird.
Right.
He did that something about. It was just, man. I don't know. I think he had something to do with it. He just was acting too. It was
kind of
weird,
strange.
Man.
Yeah.
It was like this. His demeanor, like he wasn't. I don't know if there was another camera he was looking at, but it seemed like he never, in certain points, he would never look at the camera. On certain points, he was talking about ABC and all this crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, thank you, man. I really appreciate you calling, man.
All right, man.
All
Have
right,
a good
take
night.
care. You too. Let me take 318. 318, been waiting for a while too. Thank you so much. 318, how you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm good. This is Kim. I'm calling from Louisiana.
Kim, hey. I was born in Louisiana, New Orleans. Hey.
Okay, yeah. We some good people. Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real short and brief and try to stay like coherent and cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm a teacher and I've done some counseling also for Northwest Louisiana, and people need to stop stigmatizing, because I've had people that I've dealt with that were from white rich neighborhoods or, you know, urban areas. It doesn't matter. Kids go through things, and people may look like they go through things, and some of the kids don't look like it. And if you don't know the situation, you would never know. But I'm in my mid-30s. I don't have children, but I have hundreds of kids between teaching and counseling, you know, and nieces and nephews and cousins and all that. And that's taught me to be hyper vigilant. I think we as neighbors, managers, friends, family members, be conscientious of who's around you, what their kids are looking like, what their kids are behaving like. If you know you have a friend, a neighbor who's kind of careless, you know, check on that person's child every now and then. You know, like if you see something that don't look right, say something. You see you see like little kids walking down the street by themselves, say something. Like I think we so good at turning a blind eye because they're not our kids, they're not our family member. We just look and then it's gone. But when you're in the Walmart, Circle K's, or wherever, you know, I get used to looking. I look and see and hear everything, even when I'm not even trying to. You know, like I think a lot of things will be solved quicker if we just be more hyper vigilant. Those people that lived around Miss Bass and her family, they knew that baby was not being taken care of. I guarantee you. But until something happens, they don't say anything.
Because I think even one of the neighbors, the video that I was playing too, like one of the neighbors say that I think it was like Friday night, because they reported missing Saturday. That Friday night they heard like some fighting or screaming or something, and I guess nobody really reported it or did anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
and it's like small things aren't small things until they become big things. You know? So I think everyone just needs to look around their neighborhoods. It's in everyone's neighborhood. It's right next door to you. I guarantee you. Watch and see what's happening to these babies, because if they don't have an advocate in their support system, they have to get it from outside the support system. You know? That baby's grandmother, aunt, somebody should have noticed something months ago, weeks ago, before that happened. But they didn't say anything. So my whole spiel on this is, you know, as we see kids, whether they're our kids, not our kids, whatever, neighbors, you know, watch, listen, see, document, let people know, because you're going to feel bad when something happens and you didn't say nothing.
Right.
So that's my spiel.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling and waiting too. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks. Take care. There's something called, there's another call. I'm going to take you 1 second here. There's something called, there's like an effect. I think it's called the bystander effect. Let me look at that real quick. Bystander effect. Yeah. Let's take a look at this real quick. The bystander effect occurs when the presence of others discourage an individual from intervening in an emergency situation. We could look at that in so many ways, right? You can look at George Floyd with the cops there standing while this whole situation, the guy had his knee in his neck 9 minutes long. In an emergency situation against a bully or during an assault or other crime, the greater the number of bystanders, the less likely for any one of them to help to a person in distress. It's pretty interesting. Let me see if there's some images too. Real quick, images. Bystander effect. All right, let me take this next call. 708. Where you calling from? What's your name? 708.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? You're live.
I was calling. Yeah, I know. It's real good. I love your show, man.
Thank you.
It's really like my second time seeing you. I just want to say that I'm going to touch on some things. I'm going to make it real quick because I know you got other people trying to call in.
You're actually the last one, so you're okay. You can take a couple minutes if you want.
Oh, man. Well, I'm a father. I'm a parent.
Okay, cool.
I have an older son, and I have a 4-year-old. I have a baby on the way. So this really touches home for me because I understand that this is coming from the very top. When the young lady expressed earlier, one of your callers, express why don't they put counselors in the homes and then, evaluate the people that's having the children. They did that back in the day. They brought counselors, but it was for the wrong reason. Like they used to come to the homes. I was going to touch on, I ain't going to go too long on that. They used to come to the home, but it was like to make sure that the family didn't have iron, they didn't have certain things, they didn't have a man in the house. So
I didn't know that.
This was being set up. Yeah, That's what it was for. It was for to make sure there was no man in the house, and they couldn't have irons, they couldn't have certain things. And you can look this up. This is a fact. It was being set up then. So when you remove the man from the house, you're setting the family up you're setting the children up. See, and that's how Satan works. Satan, he works on the future. He goes after the children. So the system is set up to go after the children. Now I'm gonna touch on what the young lady said. Back to it is key that they should, especially if you're on government assistance or you're needing assistance to have a child and you're 14 years old, you're 12 years old, you're pushing out a child. There should be some sort of counsel. There should be some sort of evaluation. Well, and I hate to say it, but even though it's a person's right, but it's also our right to protect the children.
Right.
Again, these hundreds of thousands of children are missing. I just thank God Trump is doing this. He's on it. He's on it. He's got indictments out.
Thank you.
Man, I'm all this Black Lives Matter stuff. I agree with what's going on. Don't get me wrong. I know there's racism in the country, but we got big issues that we need to be tackling as well as the Black Lives Matter. And we need to be tackling the fact that our children being sold like furniture. There's a website that was selling children like furniture. And we need to be tackling the fact that this COVID-19 is a whole nother agenda. This is the things that need to be talked about. But, again, news is controlled. Just like you said earlier, you guys said you were talking about how they can tap into your phone and know what you're doing. But you got pedophiles online.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. Come on. They won't even tap into them. They won't stop them. So this is coming from the very, very top. Us as a citizen, especially blacks, and anybody that's really conscious to this need to come together. We have to come together because the system is not protecting us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trump's only got 4 years. He's only got 4 years. What's it going to be like when he leaves?
Oh, my God. Forget about it. It's a wrap.
Right. I'm already trying to, I'm already saving money in investment. If you do another podcast, I would love to be on it.
Yeah, email me. If you can email me at, you definitely have some insight. iCkEdMeL@gmail.com or iCkEdMeL@iCkEdMeL.com. And we could talk about it. We could do an episode sometime. Yeah. Right. I'm going to look at your, because I can pull up your email on your show, right?
It's in the description
too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. I'm definitely going to attend because I think that we need to understand that it's time for us to start formulating some sort of way we do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need to create a thing that's just, this is what we do. This is how we keep the women protected. 80,000, 800,000, I think, black women missing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we having people coming missing for their organs. We need to form some sort of way we do things. And I think that's what's missing. Like the guy said too, that goes back to people the way they handle their children. You see what I'm saying? We need to create a culture around how we treat each other and how we either look out for each other. So I'm gonna let it go, man.
Thank you.
Nice talk.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your insight. All right, thanks.
I hope I was able to bring some light.
No, definitely
to the situation because that's and I would love to again. Let me know. I'm gonna get your website and jot it down. And like I said, to all the callers that's calling in on this, thank y'all so much, man, because we need attention drawn to this. Oh yeah, one more thing I'd like to add before I go. There's a movie out that a certain director, I forgot his name, I always have it in my notes, and it's called A Child's, I think it's A Child's Scream, something like that. It's a movie, but Amazon pulled it down.
Oh yeah,
and it's this director. He's exposing what's going on in Hollywood. He's exposing. Yeah, I think it's called A Child's Scream or something like that. But you can look it up. What I just said, and It's been pulled down. I want to check it out. I want to see it. So if you get it before I do, let me know. I want to see it. I'll even pay you for it. So,
all right,
hey,
man. Child's voice. Somebody said a child's voice.
All
right, man. Thank you, bro. Take care, man. Thank you for calling.
Child's voice.
Child's
That's what
voice.
it's called. Child's voice. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
So
That's interesting.
I definitely want to. Yeah. All right.
All right. Take
y'all
care,
have
man.
a nice day.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, dude. All right.
Yeah.
That was an interesting call. There was something I wanted to say before taking the next caller, but I honestly forgot. Oh, these people are totally taking our information, though. I've honestly had a couple of times lately. I'm gonna take the next call here in a second, where I literally think about something. Like, I swear I'm pretty sure I didn't say it. I don't know if I had the conversation. The microphones on our phones are definitely listening to us. But I even had thoughts of purchasing something without searching it, mentioning it. All of a sudden, I see this shit on my phone. It's kind of freaked me out, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of like, what? It's happened to me a couple times recently. 757. Hey, how you doing? Where are you calling from? What's your
Hi,
name?
how are you?
Good. How you doing?
How are you? This is me again. This is Barry White. Again,
Welcome back.
in the chat.
Hey, Barry. How you doing?
Oh, thank you so much. Because I didn't get to say everything. But I agree with that. For one thing, yeah, that's weird to me too. Like, I can type in one word and it literally will pop up everything I was thinking. I also have Amazon Prime and all that stuff. It's just like, it doesn't matter where I'm at, whether I'm just on regular Google.
They have
or
predictive
on
AI.
Amazon.
They're going to be predicting what we're
I'm
doing.
thinking?
Yeah, they have predictive AI. They spend a
What
bunch
the
of money
hell?
on that.
Like, you were just so sure, right? No, but on a more serious note, back to one of the things I had slightly touched on earlier. It's like, okay, well, it's not just the fact that, okay, well, you know, people need to be watching out and all that stuff, because like you said about the village and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally don't let anyone around my children.
Me either.
I have two little
Super
girls,
paranoid.
and
Yep.
I don't post them
I do
on
post,
the
but
internet
I've
or
been thinking
anything.
about not doing it
I've
now.
never been that type of parent.
Mhm.
However, like I said, back in the day, I had an experience, and it's just different. Neither here nor there. No, but back to the thing is, I just think people just really don't care, and they just go with anything.
Mm-hmm.
When I was touching on the school system a little bit earlier, it's like they don't even have seatbelts on the bus anymore. When I was growing up, we used to have seatbelts on the bus going to school.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like they just don't, and they blatantly show us day after day that they do not care about the children.
Right.
And it doesn't matter what happens, what's going on, and they all stick together. You know, just like the doctors and everybody else. It's a lot. It really is a lot. I mean,
yeah.
If you want to say the rabbit hole goes deep, I'm just saying, like, but they put it in our faces every single day.
I did a video.
And it's like not enough people show up, you know,
Right.
and you know, when there are meetings, you know, town hall meetings and things like that, like, and people only want to vote when it's for the presidential election.
They don't want to vote local.
Where are they every other time?
Well, they don't want to vote local
You know,
either.
where
A lot of
their
these people don't
voices
vote
any
locally.
other time? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The people need to
I'm
start
sorry?
voting locally. A lot of these people talk all this shit about voting for president, whatever. Vote locally. Make some changes in your damn area and your state.
Exactly. And they're talking about children's safety and this and that. No, they don't really. I don't think they really give a crap, honestly. Because if they did, I think they'd be putting their money where their mouth is, right? Quote unquote.
Yep.
What are they doing? But that's just me.
All right. Thank you. I
I don't
appreciate you calling back and sharing your thoughts. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
No, thank
Thanks.
you so much.
All righty.
Night.
Bye. Good night. I have two more people. I'm going to end soon, too, because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I really appreciate the calls, though, because I was going to call this. I was thinking 1 hour. There's a lot of people calling, man. A lot of people there's some really good calls tonight. Barry, thank you for the calls, too. I appreciate you. I feel weird, like, moving the calls forward because I'm not used to doing that because I don't like to cut people off. I don't want to be rude. But I realize I see a lot of the YouTubers, like, they have to keep it moving, and I kind of see why, you know, because then other people start calling in and the calls fall behind. So, you know, but I do appreciate you guys. 646, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hi,
iCkEdMeL, I think you're doing a great job, and
Thank
thanks for
you.
taking my call. I wanted to make people aware of something that nobody's probably thinking about. They have some symbols. It's about 4 of them. The triangle, I think it's a circle, some couple of things. But I caught a video. Please forgive me for not knowing what the video is, but it explained what each one of those symbols meant, and it showed how what is that? Excuse me. The kids, you know, oh goodness, forgive me for getting a brain fart right now. Where they have the children that they have taken from the parents, and what is that name of those, ACS or whatever? They use that symbol.
So it's the triangle, and what else?
If you Google pedophile symbols,
Okay.
you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, Google that and you'll see what I'm talking about. Forgive me for not having it all together, but
That's
it's
okay.
just real upsetting. And it's a lady, I can't remember her name, but she was a big ACS worker in Atlanta. They killed her because she was getting ready to expose them. Yeah, and they quieted down. You ain't hear nothing about it. It's really, really sad that the point I'm making is the actual, yes. The people that you think are protecting the kids are the ones that's pedophile. Those daycares right now, I watch my grandson because I really don't want him in the daycare because they are taking him from the daycare, taking them to these pedophile places and bringing them back. You don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, I'm so paranoid about that daycare stuff. And there was a video I saw a long time ago about this bust, this ring, the sex ring or whatever. And a lot of these people were like in positions of, one was like CPS, the other one was like in some daycare thing, and then they're taking pictures and videos and uploading
Let me tell you
it.
what their game is. The game is, if they pedophiles, they try to be next to kids. I'll never forget. I'm almost 60 years old. I was in the 4th grade. It was a young lady. I want to call her name out, but she was, real busty, and mind you, we was only in the 4th grade. The teacher made her climb up on a ladder with a dress on, and he was all up her dress. And back then, it was no ACS or nothing like that, so I didn't know who to report that to. But I never forgot. I never forgot his name, and the whole thing just always freaked me out about these teachers being near these kids, and they pedophiles, and they in the school systems and the YCMA, where all these kids are. They put out, the way I understand it, they place themselves. This thing that I got you watching, because if you look at the butterflies, that's supposed to be mind control. The little heart is supposed to be the little girl. The triangle is the little boy, and something's up with them other little symbols. But you'll see them like they try to incognito put them in things. They even in cartoons and stuff, especially Disney. When y'all mentioned Disney, y'all were right on point with Disney. Disney, they
Disney
have tunnels they claim in the actual park. It's probably good we got COVID right now because ain't no telling how many kids they stealing out of Disney.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. I'm gonna ask you, and I want the chat too. Do you believe Pizzagate is a real thing, or is it a conspiracy?
Yeah. Man, did you hear about? Look this up. Club Cannibal.
Club Cannibal. I never heard of that.
Oh, just Google it. Club Cannibal. It's an exclusive club in California where they're eating meat.
Oh my God.
They're eating humans.
Yo, no, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes,
No.
and they got it packaged like meat. And the man said, "Oh, I'm grilling my neighbor." Man, this is serious. Wait, where are they getting the melanin pills? Like, I'm not trying to be all over the place, but a lot of this stuff is bothering me. Where are they getting the melanin pills? I see them pills on the shelf. Where are they? What's happening here? Where are they getting the melanin from?
Don't these people too like eat the placenta and
Abe
stuff of from the pregnant woman?
Check out Abe Finkelstein. He tells it about the news. He said they sending it to McDonald's. Right now, it's a big thing with this eating of the humans.
No, don't say it.
Yes, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. It's a real, all of that, the Pizzagate, all of that. Because once they kill him, what are they disposing the body? No, for real. It's not. Yes, she's right.
Damn.
See, whoever that is, she's right. It's scary.
I'm about to become a vegan my damn self.
Oh
'cause
no,
meat
them
is too
vegans are
damn
crazy though.
expensive.
Them vegans are crazy. Them vegans
No, I
are
don't mean it
they
like
nuts.
that. I mean just because I don't want to eat meat no more because I don't
Right,
know
I
what
feel
I'm
you.
eating. It's scary right now. I like ice cream. I like all kind of stuff I ain't supposed to have. I'm enjoying it right now because I don't want to eat the meat.
Right.
I'm
Oh my
just saying
God.
to you, like, it's serious. If you check out, please, y'all, check out Abe Finkelstein. Google him. He's on YouTube. It's about an hour, but it's well worth the hour. He tells about everything, how they making the shekels. That's money.
What's his name?
Oh, man, you should
Who is
hear
that?
his conversation.
Who is that? Who'd you
I'm
mention?
sorry?
Lisa.
Abe Finkelstein. Finkel Stein. Stine. Let's say IEN.
I don't even know.
Yeah, Abe Finkelstein.
Finkelstein. Okay. All right.
Oh, he tells it. He tells it all about it. I'm so glad you took my call because
No,
I
thank you.
feel like I gave you
They're
guys
asking how do you
a lot
spell
of
that?
information.
I don't even know how you spell it either. How do you spell that? Can you spell it again?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
FINKLE. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Uh-huh.
Okay, where you at? I got FIN.
Finkle. I think I heard.
Finkelstein. Yes.
Oh, Finkelstein.
Yes.
What a weird name.
Yes. There you go. Stein.
Finkelstein.
Stein.
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
ST. Yes, that gentleman there tells us.
Okay.
Woo,
all right, I'm gonna check it out sometime. All right, thank you. Appreciate your call.
I would love for you to do a video on what he's talking about because he really gives it up like he has a lot of political stuff, but it's some stuff we never gonna hear about.
Okay. All right.
And
Thank you.
I'm the one that said it takes a village. I'm 60 years old.
Oh, you said
when
it
we was
takes a
coming up,
village.
our neighbors
Right.
were snitches. Yes, so I just want you to know I didn't mean to upset anybody because I realize now I'm the same way. I got a grandson, he ain't going nowhere. So, but I was saying this in the case of the lady that she needed to have a village on her team because it might have saved the kids. So that's all I meant. I didn't mean everybody. Just some people do need a little help.
No, I know. A lot of people have different feelings, so your feeling is not wrong on that. I know a lot of people give good explanations. They talk about like teachers or like some people that are actually well-meaning can actually help in the community. I say that as a joke, but just because in a way I'm actually serious about it too. I don't really trust people as far as with my kid because I'm just so paranoid, But yeah, no, I appreciate your call. I enjoyed you calling. All right, I think I lost you.
You just blanked out. Yeah, you just kind of blanked out for a minute.
Okay,
say that again. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying I appreciate your call. Thank you for calling.
You're very welcome, and I'll be watching again. I hope that I catch some more because you're great. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching you for a while. This is not my first time, so I'm glad I caught it.
Thank you.
You've been I learned a lot tonight.
I appreciate that.
Thank you guys for the other callers. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Good night.
Good night. She was cool. I like that. I'm gonna take 443 here 1 second because they've been on for a little bit. I was thinking about too with the whole Pizzagate and all that stuff, and I was thinking about how cancel culture. These people get canceled so quick. Alex Jones got deplatformed. I think some other people got deplatformed. It's amazing how these people can get deplatformed and completely removed from social media, but you can find websites like the one we were talking about earlier today, where there's children and all this kind of stuff, and that shit's still up, right? Like all these other things can get deplatformed, but children, we got to leave it up. Not only do we got to leave it up, but we're going to put you at the top of the search. You're right there for everybody to find, right? So let me take 443. Allie, thank you for subscribing. 443, how you doing? Welcome. Where are you calling from? Hopefully you can hear me.
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you.
I'm calling from Maryland.
Maryland, cool.
And I just wanted to touch on this sad case with baby Tootie.
Okay.
I really think that mom and the boyfriend had something to do with it. I honestly think it was the boyfriend and the mom is covering up for him. I don't even think the baby ever made it to the playground. I honestly think that Friday when they said that they were spotted at the convenience store without little Tootie, I think whatever happened had already happened.
I think so too, because they said they saw.
I really do. I don't think
them
it
at
was
the store,
because
right?
the way those neighbors are just all over the place and how they know everything that's going on in the neighborhood. It's no way little Tootie could have been on that playground and none of those neighbors seen her 9:30 in the morning. And another thing, it's a lie. You know it's a lie. The way that apartment looked, it was no food in the freezer, no food in the refrigerator. So what was she going in the house to cook? Nothing. Nothing was in there.
Right.
I think something happened to little Tootie that Friday. They made up that story Friday night sometime. I think drugs definitely was involved because if you look at the mom and look at that boyfriend, they look like they on something. Because did you see the mom's prior pictures from like 2018? She looked like a totally different young woman.
She
compared to
does. She
now.
does. I saw some of her
She
pictures.
was so pretty. Yeah, she was so pretty, and she looked like she was just so caring, just her and the baby together. And then, hey, she might have ran into him, and it might have changed all their lives, you know, real quick.
Yeah, she
in a
looked
bad
kind of
way.
like sickly. She was really, really skinny, but
Yeah.
she didn't look right in the new
Yeah.
videos and stuff like
It
that.
was a total big difference.
Even her
I know people
face.
can change in years,
I wonder if I
but
could pull her up.
it was
Yeah.
a total big difference.
Right.
But yeah, I think something happened to little Tootie that Friday night. I really do. And I think they probably set up drugging and drinking and trying to concoct what they were going to say. And I think they made that up, calling that 911 call or whatever that Saturday morning. I don't think little Tootie ever made it to no playground. The playground was right in the smack of that courtyard. Somebody would have seen them 9:30 in the morning.
Right.
I think that was all made up. I think that boyfriend had something to do with it, and I think that mom is covering up. Maybe she's afraid. I don't know. The neighbors were saying they were fighting all the time or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
gonna be found out. They're guilty.
Yeah, the difference in the pictures, how they look, is
It was
crazy.
a tremendous difference.
I'm trying to find the other
'cause I
picture.
didn't even think it was the same girl.
Yeah.
It was such a difference. So I don't know. I don't know. It looked like she could have fell on hard times. I'm not sure, but it's just sad. The baby had to suffer, you know, in the mix of it.
Wow. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's all I
Appreciate that.
wanted to
Appreciate your
say.
insight.
All right. Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Take care. Good night. I saw what Gigi posted. I totally agree. You know, I think a lot of people, I think some of these people are willing to sell out their kids for a relationship, man. I'm so slow. What Reddit is? Oh, Reddit. It's like it's the internet. I don't know. Reddit has a wealth of information. Any content creators that are doing content, Reddit is something I got into kind of recently. Reddit's a good place. I didn't know a long time how to use it. There's really nothing to it. Reddit's a good wealth of information for sure. Let me take 321. Thank you for calling. 321. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's Jason from Florida.
Jason, what's up? How you doing?
What's up, bro? Hey, I just wanted to say this quick thing. You know, I've been down with you since you came out, and
Wait, are you Jason
my
Bowler?
issue is
Like
yeah.
the one? Oh, what's up, man? Hey, thanks for calling.
Yeah, what's up, bro? Love.
Hey.
You know what it is. So my biggest issue right now, man, and I commented on it. It's like, where's Black Lives Matter? Like, I'm tired of when a white police officer kills a black man, I'm supposed to go out and protest. But when black people kill black children, I'm not supposed to say anything. This is ridiculous, y'all. Y'all, this isn't the Podestas. This isn't Pizzagate. This is an immature woman and a messed up male. And in my JLP voice, it's amazing that you niggas, it's amazing that you want to goddamn come out, blame everything else except for ill parenting. These people were bad parents. But my issue is why we can't protest for Maliyah.
Right.
We protest for dudes that put themselves in positions to get shot by police officers. Now, I'm not going to call my bro phone and get into this because then there's people listening that's going to be like, what you mean? But we'll protest for dudes that put themselves in bad positions with police officers. But we don't protest for Maliyah Davis. We don't protest for Lil Tootie. We don't protest for gang violence. It's people dying left and right in Chicago. I haven't seen Black Lives Matter. These black babies being killed by their parents, I hadn't seen Black Lives Matter.
That's so true.
So at the end of the day,
so true.
Before we start talking about Pizzagate, because Pizzagate is real.
Right.
The Podestas are real. The Clintons are real. Let's face what's going on in the black and brown community right now. We have immature parents not being taught by their parents. We have men that aren't men. They are little boys, and they do not understand how to handle mature situations. So until we address our own personal issues as black and brown people, and shout out to all my white brothers and sisters. I'm not saying y'all not a part of what we pushing. I'm just saying we need to chin check ourselves before we get involved in this BLM bullshit. And bro, at the end of the day, man, it's love to you, it's love to your platform, it's love to Lil Maddie. But I'm getting frustrated because I'm watching these BLM niggas marching. Y'all marching, but they still killing us. So we need to come together as a community. Black, brown, white, Chinese, sit down at the table and figure out what's going on. But most importantly, I don't care about you random one-off dudes that's putting yourself in positions where white officers are hurting you. I care about these little kids. Because both Maliyahs weren't in a position to help themselves. They was in a position to be helped by their parents, and look what happened to them. But where's the Black Lives Matter? Bro, that's all I got to say, man. I love you.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, Cole. That was deep. Love to hear that. Thank you, man. All right, take care.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was good. I kind of stopped talking about the Black Lives Matter stuff because it was turning off a lot of people. I'm not sure what it was, man, the politics and stuff like that. I really do agree with him, though. I really think the Black Lives Matter organization is just a political agenda, just like the Me Too movement. You don't hear no Me Too movement for this website with children and all this kind of stuff on there. I don't even have anything to add to it because he said everything I was thinking and I've been kind of talking about. And I totally believe in accountability. And I even had a conversation with a friend the other day because he was telling me about his situation. I just told him on the phone, I was like, most males are trash. I told him that. I mean, there's a lot of women that aren't good too, but I told him that because he was going through something with a woman. And I was just like, yo, once this woman goes somewhere else, she's going to have a hard time finding a good man. I don't know what it is that they tend to treat the good guys like shit, maybe because of their past relationships and shit, you know, but I was telling him, it was like, most males are trash. You can see them. These guys are thirsty as hell too in the chat and the comments. I see these guys sometimes like, damn, these guys are so thirsty. They have no dignity or nothing about themselves. Who would want that? Apparently a lot of people do. You know, I don't know. 214, let me take you. 214, how you doing? Where you calling from? Jason, that was awesome, man. Hey, 214, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Lakeisha Williams, and I want to piggyback off of what the caller ahead of me just said.
Okay.
Black Lives Matter is an agenda, and their agenda is to keep division going. Everything that's going on in America right now is we need unity, and it's not about black and white. It's with the color lines. When you say Black Lives Matter, it draws a color line.
Right.
Now, when you say white supremacy, it draws a color line. So both parties make the other race in some type of way. So I have a nonprofit called Amen. America Mended is Equality as a Nation. And it's for everybody. It does not draw color lines. And when we talk about Black Lives Matter, we're talking about a group of people that promote lawlessness. And when we're talking about lawlessness and we look up in the Bible, it biblically, they're incorrect. Lawlessness is not agreed with Christ, and anybody that speaks of lawlessness is against Christ, such as Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, when you're speaking of defund the police. This is encouraging lawlessness, and that's not what we need at the moment. And I don't even mean to take your platform into political rants, but
that's okay.
At the moment, that's not what we need. We need unity for everybody.
What was your nonprofit? You said it's Amen?
Amen. Yes.
Okay.
America Mended is Equality as a Nation.
Okay.
And that's what we need, equality for everybody. And Black people are suffering from it. We've been denied for so long. The only way we get
equality for Black people is if we come with the reparations. Reparations will put us on an equal playing field with everyone else, and equality then will be established, and we can fight for equality for everybody.
Okay. I agree. I totally agree. I've come to this kind of weird conclusion the other day with race, and what I noticed, to me, just from my own observation, the people that are so obsessed with race, like every day, everything's racist, everything. I noticed that it's like these people become racist themselves.
They are.
I noticed they start everything. It has to be a race thing. We have to separate. We have to have these special places or all these different things. And in essence, eventually, it just comes back to this race thing. You know, and I think it's just people. It keeps people distracted, and
that's what they're trying to do, keep us distracted, because most importantly, they want to get Trump voted out. But
people are desperate. Me too. Thank you.
I've had dreams about Trump, and Trump was chosen by God. And that's the final verdict. And he will be reelected. No matter how hard they fight, Trump will be reelected because he's chosen by God. And what God has for somebody, nobody else can take away.
Right. Oh, these people are very desperate too. It's incredible. Some of the things they would rather have this lockdown thing. They want to keep it going on too. All this COVID stuff, the lockdown thing, anything to get this guy out.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
It's crazy.
And all of this protesting and burning things up in the middle of this is just lawlessness. It's like God separating the wheat from the tares, and it's being done right in front of our eyes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that call. Go ahead.
You're welcome.
You can finish your thought.
The Amen organization is biblical. It is found in Revelation chapter 3 as well. So I have a heart, and my heart is the heart that Jesus gave me. So no one can take that from me, and no one can deny this organization, because if God is with me, who can be against me?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Take care.
And you keep doing it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, man, we've come into the 2-hour mark. I know a lot of people don't like Trump. I get it, yo. Trust me, I have family that doesn't like him. I totally get it. I try not to I chilled out with the politics a little bit because I try to focus on some of the kid stuff. But I get it. A lot of people don't like him. My family hates him, except like my grandmother. I think eventually, one day with race. Oh, we got another caller. I had this other thought too. I know it's kind of crazy. I get all these weird thoughts, but races, nationalities, whatever you want to call it, it's all being mixed, right? Eventually, one day, I mean, you ask somebody where they're from, they give you like 10, 15, 20 different locations. Oh, I'm German, I'm blah, 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 blah. One day, all these people that are in a circle jerk, obsessed with the race shit, because that's all it is. You're just in a circle. You're not getting anywhere. You're not progressing anywhere. This same shit has been here forever. Eventually, it's going to come back to, I think, I don't know if we'll see, probably not in our lifetimes. It's going to come back to what it's always been, the human race, where we're all going to be mixed. We're all going to probably be, I don't know, I guess there maybe always be different shades. I don't know. That's kind of a crazy thought. I just always thought like we're going to come back to one day where it's like not even going to matter. Everybody's mixing with everybody, you know? I mean, I don't know. Is that crazy? Is that weird? 3, 2, 1. How you doing?
Bro, it's Jason again, man. Jason. I hate to call back on the
call, man. Do it. Everybody loved you.
So this the catch right here. When you study Dr. Francis Quest Welsing, what you're gonna realize is the reason why white people were castrating black people is because they realized that what you just said, bro, which is crazy. In 20 years, it's just gonna be brown people.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care if you brown and European, if you brown and you from France, or if you brown and you from the United States. You're gonna be brown in a little bit. So all of this racism to me is just a way to keep us separated. See, as long as we separated by race, we'll continue to argue and bicker about things that don't matter instead of uniting and coming together about things that do matter. Like these dudes out here taking these children.
Right.
Long story short, with this BLM, if you don't know who George Soros is, get off the live and go look who George Soros is.
Yeah.
If you don't like Donald Trump right now, I'm sorry.
Fund him? Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you. But doesn't he fund Black Lives Matter or part of it or something like that?
He funds Black Lives Matter. He funds Antifa. So basically, George Soros funds the people that blow up the buildings, that terrorize the buildings, and he funds the people that shoot the people that burn the buildings. So he's winning regardless of how it plays out. Long story short, if Black Americans really wanted reparations, and this is why I called back. Shout out to the previous caller. Listen where we messed up on reparations. When we as Americans gave the Native Americans casinos and reservations, what we did not realize is that the majority of us Black people, in my JLP voice, was in America before slavery. Now that's a whole issue that I don't even want to talk about, but do your Googles.
Do you believe that Native Americans? Okay.
We are the original Native Americans.
That's what
There's no way we all came from Africa. How could we come on a boat 30 days with no food and live that long? So it's just these issues. These issues need to be addressed. And what's happening is we take these one-offs, George, I don't want to say his name, GF, and the recent incident. Right. We take these and we go all the way left, and we forget where we should be standing where we should be standing on our square. And it's conservatism. It's getting back to being what we were when we voted Republican. So until Black people realize that you were conservatives until John F. Kennedy, you're not going to realize that the party that you love is the party that held you down. That the Democratic Party castrated us as Black people. So for Black people to vote democratically in 2020 is an insult to me. Do you not know who Margaret Sanger is, Black people?
Oh, Lord.
There would be no Planned Parenthood if there was not the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the abortion lady. Yeah.
I went too far. I don't want to go too far.
Go ahead, man. Go. Bring it.
So when I hear of Planned Parenthood, you know what I hear? Oh, they're just killing Black and brown babies.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the country to be Black and brown again. But the country was always Black and brown. That's why you have the civil unrest you do right now. Because unfortunately, due to the Democratic Party, you have ostracized our white brothers and sisters. Now, as a tribe member, let me tell you something. As a Native American to this country, I had white brothers and sisters. So I love my white brothers and sisters. I have a white godfather, and I love him to death. You're not going to get me to get on no racist card. Because the moment that I hop on racism is the moment that I stop the conversation. And the point of your channel, bro, is bringing all people together. Because we need to start coming together trying to fight for these kids that's missing. And stop trying to fight for whatever y'all think George Soros wants y'all to fight for. God bless you, bro.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, take care, man.
Salute. Yep.
That was dope. Yo, Jason, man, that's some really good calls. I was thinking of something too, and it kind of slipped my mind. I was kind of thinking about slavery, and that slavery wasn't just white people that did it, but the Arabs. The Arabs, I think, were the best at doing it worldwide. And all kinds of people. There was even white slaves. Well, I don't even know if I should finish this video because we're at 2 hours. I think we might call it, man. I think this was a really good live stream. The calls is really good. I didn't know Jason was on that tip. That's really dope. Let me see what the chat is saying. I lost a friend because of my stance. I've lost politics, man. I lost friends. I think really just friends. There's just some people that can't handle having a different political stance. I mean, I've had people that stop talking to me. People go off. People unsubscribe too. People don't want to hear it. Politics stuff. And the funniest thing to me is that like the other side is supposed to be inclusive and about everybody and everything's acceptable. But the moment you disagree and you're on a different political side or whatever, these people start attacking you. They're on the streets attacking you. You can't wear no Trump shirt or anything. Preach, caller. Oh yeah, I'm home and safe. I don't go out. Somebody earlier mentioned too Walmart, about like Walmart being one of the last places they go. I don't go to Walmart anymore. I stay away from that place. To me, that's like ground zero, not only for COVID, but the crazy ass people. Well, somebody just call in 305. Hold on, let me pick this up. We're gonna end soon, so if anybody wants to call, you can call in. 305. How you doing? Hey, I'm hearing myself too. You don't have to turn me down in the background.
Okay. How's that?
Testing. Okay. Oh no, I still hear myself. I still hear myself in the background.
Oh. Okay, I paused it.
All right, let's see. Okay. No, I still hear myself.
Is that better?
Still hear myself. Because I think it's going to create like an endless loop for the people listening. Okay, whatever you did, I think you fixed it now. 305, you there?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm in Miami Beach.
Hey.
I'm a new subscriber. I'm Blonde Diva TV. How are you?
Hey, good.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. I've seen you. I think you have a channel, right? I know I've seen you.
Yeah,
no?
I kind of I used to do a channel, but so.
Okay.
It's okay.
So what did you want to talk about? There's a lot we talked about. Yeah, I hear you.
About. Okay, great. I think I have something. Honestly, like the whole BLM, that's a pay for thing. Like the caller was, I don't know if he tapped on that or not, but it definitely is like a pay for deal. It's not like legit.
No, yeah, for sure.
I
he did talk on that.
Yeah, I said that a while ago. Like, take my name off of that because I am a foundational Black American. Like, I might be mixed with some other things, like Latina down the line, but at the end of the day,
Right. To me, Black Lives Matter too has become like a merch thing. It's like a merch thing. You got your little mat. We're gonna make some sales. Let's get the basketball players, whoever, to put it on. You see some of these YouTubers. There was this one YouTuber caught that like she went out. She just she went to this protest. She temporarily like posed, put the Black Lives Matter thing, and then walked off. It wasn't about protesting. It wasn't about nothing. She just wanted to put that little image out there that she's doing this to get the publicity. So.
Wow.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Thanks for joining. What are your thoughts on? Any thoughts on the missing children or Tootie, the girl from Texas, or any of that? Or if you wanted to talk about politics, whatever.
Missing child pedophile deal is crazy. Like, honestly, with all the cameras and everything, no one should be missing. That's my stance on everything. Like, everybody's able to be tracked and everything. So why is it that we can't, get these pedophiles arrested or whatever, because I know they can see them online or,
Right. All right. Anything else you want to say? Any other thoughts?
No, that was
okay.
it. I just
Thank you.
Pop in and say hey.
Yeah, I appreciate the support. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks. All right, guys, man. I think that's it. Because I wasn't even really that well prepared today. I had my daughter longer than expected. And then I made that crazy video. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't seen the video from earlier today, make sure you go check that out. It's called, I don't even think I can say the name, but I'm going to show you guys just to go watch it. This one here called that right there on the screen. This one there, go check that out. See what these weirdos are up to online. The cucks of the world. Talking about posting pictures of kids, all kinds of stuff, talking about infants, all these weirdos. Go check that out after if you haven't, or tomorrow. You might want to make sure the kids aren't around. Oh yeah, Claire. So yeah, Claire said that she was like a felon. She can't vote. That's one of the things that I voted for locally. That's why I really kind of encourage people to vote locally. I didn't do that until recently. Like 2016 was the first time I started voting. And when I went to go vote locally after that, we voted for, I wasn't sure how I felt about this, but we voted for people that had previous crimes, unless they were extreme, like these child people, whatever. People that had previous crimes, that they should have a second chance they should be able to vote. So I did that because it's like, you're making a mistake and you're getting imprisoned. As long as it's nothing crazy, you should have a second chance to be into society, So we made that change. So I thought that was dope. That's when I realized that, like, oh, you can vote locally and actually see changes like pretty fast versus voting for presidents and a lot of times not seeing anything. Thanks, Barbara. You guys can check out Barbara on I think she does Facebook. I don't know if she has YouTube. Yeah, she's on Facebook now. She has a page. She does a lot of stuff in Texas. You want to go check her out. She does live streams. Thank you, Latina. Appreciate your support. Barry, thank you guys for calling in. Coco. You guys can check out Beautifully Broken too. She has a channel. Man, if only. I love his voice. It puts me to sleep. Who? My voice? Not my voice. Somebody else? All right. Have a good night. Yeah. That's a good thing too. Please sign the petition. I can't even talk. Petition. Let me see if I can at least link the petition and then we'll get out of here. If you guys want to sign the petition for that website earlier that I talked about, if I can pull myself up on Facebook. My computer's starting to lag out. I think my computer's kind of done for the night too. Let me just get this link and then I'll get out of here. You guys made this stream easy because I wasn't fully prepared. And I was thinking 1 hour. Jason really made me think a lot tonight because I pulled away from the politics, kind of. I mean, I still want to focus on the kids, but he did make me think a lot about it is kind of important to have these conversations. Oh, the petition isn't available. What happened? It violated our community guidelines or the starter removed it. Oh, did they take it down? What happened? Do I got the wrong link? They took it down, man. I can pull it up. Yeah, sure. You can share a link. I'm not gonna play anything now, but you can share a link, I think. If you didn't know, around the last time U.S. Congress bailed out markets for the wealthy around 2008, 2009, that when the people were tossed out of their homes, crimes like this happened then also. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the link. The link might be down. They might have shut it down. Thank you, Latina. Thank you. I totally agree. 1000%. Jessamine. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Jessamine. Yeah, sure. Call in next time, man. It helps me with the stream. It helps makes things go smoother. It really helps support. So, oh yeah, forget about it. Psh. Barbara said these platforms really want to control your speech. All right, guys. Thank you again. Thank you for the donations tonight. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Look up California Prop 16209, repeal civil rights. Yeah. Right. Let the naked kids and all these weirdos be online. Who are we to start a petition? Let's see if the website's still active. I think it's still active. Anyway, thank you guys again. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Make sure you follow, like, and reach out to me whenever if you want. Take care. Thanks again.